Hello, everybody. Today we are working on defensiveness energy when it comes to our romantic relationships. We're working on the exact part of our energy fields that deals with romance, and we're specifically clearing out our defensive energies in this area. When we feel defensive, it destroys our romantic relationships. It is perfectly possible to have romantic relationships while both partners have a bunch of defensiveness, or even if one does, but I think we can all verify that it's not very fun to be in a relationship where one or both partners feels defensive all the time. Sometimes, we have these like good reasons to be defensive about different things, or like we tell ourselves the story that it's a good thing that we have these defenses up. But the other part of the story is that, sometimes we just have that energy lodged in our energy field and we don't know why we're so defensive and we can't put down our defenses. Today, I wanted to work on that specifically, and I'm really excited to help us clear it out. So I'm going to go ahead and tune in now. When I look at this defensiveness energy, it looks like a shield, like a knight shield from the olden days. And it's kind of like this knight pushing his shield in all directions, even when people aren't attacking him. And he's just like, you said what? And hitting this person with their shield, pushing them away when that person didn't mean anything. Like they didn't mean to hurt them, but it's like this default setting of defensiveness. Um, this knight maybe even sometimes knows that what he's doing is not appropriate, but he doesn't know how to turn it off. He doesn't know how to turn it off. So shine a light. Imagine a light shining down on the knight with that protective shield. And this light is going to contain information from our creator on how to live without feeling so defensive all the time, how to clear that defensive energy out of this romantic energy field that we're dealing with, and how to live in a space of courage instead. Now, the word courage comes from the French word for heart, heart of courage. When you have courage, you have heart. And what I'm seeing is that the real bravery is not whacking people with our defensive shield. The real bravery is being able to stand there in confidence and in partnership with our creator when other people say or do things that would normally leave us defensive. When do we get defensive? When we feel attacked. Why do people attack us? That's the real question. Is it appropriate to be defensive? The real question is, why do people attack us? Because people attack us for a few different reasons. One reason is because they have that defensive shield and they're just attacking people with their defensiveness. They're so defensive, they feel like they have to be on the offensive just to survive, okay? So that is one reason why people do this. A second reason why people can be defensive is, why they attack us is because they feel like we've done something wrong and like they have to bring it to our attention. They have to make us feel bad and punish us for it. And sometimes not. Sometimes they just want us to know what's happening. Sometimes what we perceive as an attack is not an attack at all. And so right now, let's just go ahead and imagine God's divine light like a shower, showering us and just washing off old false belief programming around attacks and defenses, okay? Can we live without being people that attack other people? Can we live without being people that are so defensive against other people that other people think we're attacking them all the time? Defensiveness is not a good ingredient in the recipe for any kind of relationship at all. In all of our relationships, the real bravery, the real courage is to be able to stand there and take it when other people are attacking us and be able to experience that experience through the lens of, this is not about me, this is about them. They have something that they are processing that they are taking out on me. They are experiencing their own experience and I'm experiencing my experience. We get to experience other people's attacks on us through the lens of God. We get to stand there and have God be that shield for us instead of us whacking other people with our knight shield, okay? We don't need to do that. The real courage is letting people say what they need to say to us, what they feel like they need to say to us without us feeling personally attacked. Can we let God neutralize that sense of attack, that feeling of attack? And can we have the bravery to take what other people say about us or to us and reason through it logically, feel through it emotionally in an emotionally responsible way. I explain how to do this in Magnetic Femininity, my book. Um, can we do that? That is the real question. How can we get through this without getting defensive? Can we be brave and courageous without the need to step into defense mode? Okay, let's tap in. I know how to live my life without needing to be in defense mode. I choose to release all defensive energy from my romantic energy field. Go ahead and put your hand on your heart. Imagine angels coming and vacuuming out that defensiveness energy from our romantic energy field. This isn't going to clear it from your whole body. It's just going to clear it from the part of you that is involved in a romantic relationship, the part of you that's specifically dedicated to that. Of course, all of us are involved in our romantic relationships. A romantic relationship involves every last part of your body and your mind and your heart, you know. I'm thinking of how I don't know, last year my husband had gallbladder surgery and I had pneumonia, and like our relationship and our whole lives were really impacted by, you know, his gallbladder and my lungs. Like every single part of your body is involved in this. Um and right now we're kind of just working on our romantic energy field. Um so there's probably plenty more defensiveness floating around in all of us, but we're going to clear it out when it comes to our romance. Can we experience romance without having to go on the defense? Can we experience romance without a shield up in between ourselves and the other person, right? Can we live in a space of authenticity and vulnerability instead of defense mode? Okay, those are the questions to think about today. Let's tap in. I know how to live in authenticity and vulnerability instead of in self-defense. Whew. Put your hands on your heart. Come hang out on Facebook, Intuitive Healing with Ali Duzet. Check out the playlist of this whole series where we're working on healing our romance energy, and I will see you tomorrow.